You carry once, and they do not come down.
Peter did not know this. He only knows anger.
Madam, enter.
No, Oga.
Why na? Enter Jor.
Oga, you carry person for your bike already now.
Which person?
It all started the day Peter carried a girl who paid before the journey.
Where you dey go?
I dey go 5-star hotel.
Na 500 naira o. Oya, enter.
When they arrived, Peter's anger spoke faster than his memory.
Madam, my money.
I paid you.
You never pay me anything.
Sir, I beg leave my
I
clothes.
go show you shege if you don't give me my money today. Nonsense. Oga, calm down now.
Babe, I've just give am the money, make it go. To avoid wahala. I don't pay you before and you say I never pay you. Make this 500 naira be the last money you go ever see for your life. And you no go ever know peace.
I beg, give me the money. Ashawo.
Peter did not take her word seriously. He mounted his bike and went back to work.
Where you dey go? Oga, you won't carry another person when somebody dey your bike already. But I know they see anybody now.
Peter tried carrying somebody else.
Madam, enter.
No, Oga.
Why na? Enter Jor.
Oga, you carry person for your bike already now.
Which person?
Peter could not see what they are seeing, but whatever entered his bike that morning did not come down. After the long day, Peter went back home, confused, tired, and afraid.
So now only this 500 naira I make today. Which kind work be this? And wetin be that thing where people they talk say them see for my bike? Bike where they ride alone. God abeg o.
Peter tried to ignore it. He told himself it was stress or imagination.
Make her sleep small.
But when night comes, the spirits do not sleep.
Grace me for road. You collect my money twice.
Jesus!
You get mine, call me Ashawo?
Hey!
This is just the beginning.
Jesus! Jesus.
Peter thought that it was just a dream.
Na dream.
Did not know he had offended the spirits.
Why did you do that, my daughter?
Juliet always believed she was the finest girl in the whole village. She walked like the road belonged to her, talked like everyone was below her, and behaved like her beauty could buy her a seat in heaven. But one hot afternoon, her life changed because of one thing she never expected. A fart. It started when an old woman stopped her on the road and politely asked for a little money for food. Instead of answering with kindness, Juliet rolled her eyes, hissed loudly, insulted her, and proudly released a long, disrespectful fart right in front of the old woman. She even smiled as if she had done something special. But Juliet didn't know that this single fart would follow her, chase her, embarrass her, and teach her the biggest lesson of her life. Because the old woman she disrespected was no ordinary old woman, and Juliet's pride was about to meet its match. Juliet walked down the road like a queen returning from a fashion show. Her hips were swinging, her handbag was shaking, and her face was full of pride. She believed the whole world was watching her beauty shine under the hot sun. Then she saw the old woman standing by the side of the road, holding her stomach gently like she was hungry. The old woman raised her hand and called softly, "My daughter, please help me with a little money for food." Juliet stopped, looked at her from head to toe, and smirked. She didn't feel pity, she felt annoyance. She moved closer, rolled her eyes, and said, "Old woman, leave my front. I am not your bank." The old woman kept her calm and spoke again. "My child, if you don't have, just say you don't have. It is not good to insult people." Instead of walking away, Juliet stepped right in front of her, lifted her chin proudly, and released a loud, confident fart that echoed down the quiet road. She even opened her eyes wide, like she was proud of the sound. "Take that one," Juliet said proudly. "Since you like asking, take this one as your gift." The old woman sighed, disappointed. She simply shook her head slowly and said, "My daughter, it is not good to do that in public. It is not good to disrespect older people." Juliet hissed, flicked her fingers and said, "Old woman, that is none of your business. If you don't like it, shift. She turned around and walked away confidently, her shoulder high like nothing happened. But before she could take 10 steps, her stomach twisted sharply. She stopped and held her waist. She thought it was small gas. Nothing serious. She moved again, and immediately a loud fart burst out of her like a drum in a village festival. Juliet froze. "No way," she whispered. She tried to walk faster. Another fart escaped. She squeezed her stomach tight. Another one followed. Every step came with one. She turned around and saw the old woman still standing calmly in the same place. Juliet marched back, angry and confused, pointing at her stomach as if the old woman could see inside it. "You! What did you do to me?" Juliet shouted. "Stop it now!" The old woman looked at her with tired but wise eyes and said, "My daughter, you insulted me. You mocked me. You used your body to shame me. Now your body is teaching you the lesson you refused to learn." Juliet shook her head fast. "No, this thing cannot follow me. I am a chief's daughter. Make it stop." Her stomach twisted again, and she bent forward slightly as another loud one escaped. Tears filled Juliet's eyes. She couldn't believe her beauty and pride now meant nothing. She felt embarrassed even though nobody else was there. The old woman spoke gently. "Until you learn respect, your body will remind you. Every time you speak with pride, you will hear the sound. Every time you insult someone, you will feel the pain." Juliet covered her face with her hands. "Please, I will do anything. I don't want this shame. Help me." The old woman nodded slowly. "Then you must change. Not with your mouth, but with your heart. Pride made you insult me. Humility will set you free." Juliet looked down, her voice shaking. I will change. Please tell me what to do." The old woman lifted her hand and pointed at Juliet's chest. "You must learn respect, not because you fear shame, but because it is the right thing. Beauty fades, pride destroys, but respect lifts a person higher than money or looks." She paused, looked deeply into Juliet's eyes and added, "And my daughter, you will suffer a little before you learn your lesson." Before Juliet could speak, before she could even breathe properly, the old woman's body began to fade like smoke. Juliet gasped. She blinked once, twice, and in the next second the old woman was gone. Completely gone. No footsteps, no shadow, no sound, nothing. Juliet stood alone on the road, shaking. Her stomach tightened again, and a loud fart escaped her without warning. She placed her hands on her face and cried loudly. The shame, the fear, the confusion, everything hit her at once. She ran home, crying as she ran, holding her stomach with one hand. When she reached the compound, her father was sitting on a wooden chair outside, resting after a long day. The moment he saw Juliet crying, he stood up sharply. "My beautiful daughter, what happened? Who touched you? Why are you crying like this?" Juliet fell on her knees in front of him, still crying. "Papa, something happened on the road. Papa, the old woman I insulted. She said things. She vanished, Papa, she vanished in front of me." Her father frowned but pulled her up gently. "Calm down, Juliet. You are shaking. Tell me slowly." Juliet wiped her face and explained everything. Her father listened quietly. When Juliet finished, he burst into loud laughter. "Juliet, my princess, you are worrying yourself for nothing. That old woman is making mouth because she is hungry and frustrated. She is not powerful. She is just talking nonsense." Juliet sniffed. "Papa, but she vanished." Her father waved his hand. "You probably closed your eyes because you were crying. Maybe she walked away quickly. My daughter, stop shaking. That old woman cannot do anything to you. Nothing will happen. Forget her." Juliet looked up at her father, hoping he was right, hoping the old woman's words would disappear like she did. But just as she opened her mouth to speak, her stomach twisted sharply and another loud fart escaped her. Juliet covered her face in shame. Her father blinked fast, surprised, then said, Maybe you just need to rest. Eat something. You will be fine." The next morning, Juliet woke up early, dressed in her finest clothes, and stepped outside with her usual pride. She convinced herself that everything was normal and that yesterday was just a strange dream. So she walked majestically on the road again, raising her shoulders like the whole world was watching her beauty. As she moved, 2 young men walked past her. They were simple village boys, not rich, not powerful. When they saw Juliet, they smiled politely and greeted her. "Good morning, Juliet," one of them said respectfully. "Yes, good morning," the second added quickly. Instead of answering kindly, Juliet stopped, turned sharply, and looked at them with anger as if they had just insulted her. "How dare you talk to me?" Juliet shouted. "You poor boys, who sent you to greet me? Did I tell you I wanted your greeting? Do you know who I am?" The two men exchanged confused looks. "Juliet, it's just greeting," one said calmly. "Nothing harmful." But Juliet's pride stood taller than a mountain. "Shut up," she snapped. "The next time you see me, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't even breathe near me. I don't need your greeting." The two men were shocked. "Juliet, why are you angry?" the other asked. "We only greeted—" Before he finished, Juliet opened her mouth to insult them again, but her stomach twisted suddenly, like a rope being squeezed. She tried to hold it in. She failed. A powerful, loud, unbelievable fart blasted out of her like thunder in the afternoon sky. The sound bounced off the houses, birds flew away, even the dust paused. For 3 seconds, nobody moved. Then the two men exploded into laughter, not small laughter, big laughter. They were slapping their thighs, holding their stomachs, bending over, almost falling on the ground. "Juliet," one shouted between laughs, "is this your greeting for us?" "Oh my God," the other cried, laughing even harder. "So this is what rich people give as reply now?" Juliet stood there frozen, her face red like fire. She wanted the ground to swallow her. She felt tears burning her eyes. She didn't wait another second. She turned and ran home again, crying loudly as her sandals slapped the road. When she reached home, she didn't go to her father this time. She went straight to her mother's hut, ran inside, and fell on her mother's bed crying like a baby. Her mother sat up in shock. "Juliet, what is it again? Why are you crying like the world is ending?" Juliet wiped her face and said, "Mama, something happened. Something is following me." "What is following you?" her mother asked. Juliet took a deep breath.